Go live. Um, it says a connection's timed out, so not working today.
Oh, okay.
Whatever,
All
whatever.
right. Well, you could just try to put it on live again while I start, but go ahead, introduce yourself to Instagram. You're live on Instagram.
Okay, Instagram, make it work, record, whatever. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do social media, help businesses grow their social media accounts, and help them create wins. Um, I don't know what to say.
You just say your name.
Alicia Stringer.
Okay, and where you're from.
I'm in Houston, Texas.
Okay, that's good. Okay. So, cool. Let's do our financial freedom affirmations and visualization. Um, for those who are on the new live, where's the new live on Facebook? Is that on?
I couldn't get to work.
Oh, I'm not live. Oh, okay, I'm recording.
That's what I was
Okay.
telling you. It's like
Being
the connection has
recorded.
failed. Sorry.
Okay,
Not live
so
on
that's
Facebook.
fine. Let's
And
do
we got
our
recording, so maybe we'll
that's
put it.
okay. We don't have to. Okay, sure. So my name is May Dildal. Really quick, I live in Waikiki with my husband Jamal and our 10-year-old son Jordan. Back in 2011, I had over $30,000 of credit card, paid it all off, credit card debts, paid it off by 2016, quit my job, started coaching classes, what I did. Yesfinanciallyfree.com is my website. It's underneath this video. Click it. Get the free ebook. Put your first name, email address, hit the red yes button at yesfinanciallyfree.com and get on the cool email list and get awesome cool things. Okay, let's begin. So affirmations. I'm live on Instagram, that's why. So Facebook has to catch up. I am so happy and grateful that on January 1st, 2025, my family is financially free, meaning we make enough passive income to pay for all of our expenses, which at the moment is $4,000 a month, and my net worth is $1 million or more. And I'm living in my dream home where I can have a puppy or a kitten, and we have ample parking, covered parking. And we live near the ocean, so that's easy to go surfing or swimming whenever we choose. Um, and and um, and I have the staff and the resources to upkeep our dream home. And uh, we are all of this is because I give great value to others, do God's business, get paid handsomely for it. I'm in alignment with my true purpose, and that's what I'll do for today. I guess I'll do I am so happy and grateful that the purpose of my life is to use my energy, love, intuition, creativity, and playfulness by hugging, laughing, coaching, investing, meditating so that we care for one another, live um in the present moment, and are healthy and living to our highest potential. Enjoy the present moment. Yes. Okay. So, those are my affirmations. I'm going to do a visualization and then Alicia can go. Okay. So we're going to close our eyes and we're going to imagine being in the ocean. I like the ocean, I guess. Okay, let's do the ocean. I was in the ocean yesterday. Why not do it again in my mind this morning? So we're gonna close our eyes. We're in the ocean, swimming. It's beautiful. And Jordan is there. He's playing with the puppy on the beach. And Jamal is there. He's doing his little snorkel thing. He can snorkel for about a half hour, maybe 20 minutes, and then he's done pretty much. So, so he's doing his little snorkel thing. And I'm out there too, and it's beautiful. So let's imagine that, which is really easy for me because I just went snorkeling yesterday. Really pretty place. Okay, close your eyes, and if you want to join in or do your own, go ahead. All right, let's do this. Okay, gonna wrap it up. And we're done. That was nice. Wow. All right, your turn, Alicia. Why don't you do your affirmations and a visualization? You're on mute again, by the way. You can't hear you.
And happy and grateful that I have a clean home and
You're gonna have a what?
have a clean home
A
and have
clean home.
$25,000
Okay.
monthly, consistently, continuously, and effortlessly with visualizing new car, deciding on silver, Honda Accord. Yep,
Okay.
there you go.
Okay. All right. What about okay, close our eyes and begin. Silver Honda Accord. Where are you going with it?
Wherever we want to go. Regular
All right.
places around town, showing it
Huh?
off. Regular places around town, showing it off.
Okay, showing it off. Okay. All right. Wrap it up. Okay. All right. New car smell, guys. New car smell. All right. So now we're going to do the 50, 30, 20 rule. Is it 50, 30, 20? I don't remember now. Okay, so I've been reading this book, Money Diaries, and they talk about it's written by a millennial. Are you a millennial, Alicia, or are you Gen X? What are you?
I'm guessing millennial. I don't know.
Uh, well, this is written by a millennial, I guess, and it's for millennials. And I was reading it, and for the most part, I understand it, but some of the stuff in here, I'm like, what? But I think it might be a mainland thing. I don't know. Some of it, I'm like, what is that? Do you know what class pass is? Do you know what class pass is?
I'd have to see what it's related to.
Do you know what class pass is? Class pass? No. All right, so it's some kind of a thing where you can do workouts. Maybe it's an LA thing. I have no idea. But anyway, we're just gonna look at the 50-20 rule because everyone can understand this no matter what age you are. Most of the stuff is relevant to anybody. There's just some of the ways they talk that I'm like, but I don't know if that's because of their age or because they're from LA or something. I don't even know if they're from LA. I'm not sure, but somewhere different, maybe different geography. I was like, maybe it's because she talks about being a millennial like it's a big deal. So I'm like, okay, she's identifying as a millennial very strongly. That's her marketing. So I'm like, maybe it's the millennial thing, but maybe it's not. I have no idea. Okay. The 50-20, the 50-30-20 rule. Okay, so she was talking about this 50-30-20 rule. And this is what it is. 50% of your after-tax spending goes to fixed expenses like your rent and mortgage, transportation, car expenses, insurance like healthcare, car renters or home life, and food. If and when you have kids, you add, if you need it, mandatory childcare, things that you have to pay for your kid, like school fees or whatever. 30% of your after-tax spending goes to flexible spending, such as your expenses, such as your gym membership, cable bill, clothing needs, travel. This is a spending you do because you can, but not because you have to. credit card debt goes into this bucket. 20%, I'm not sure what credit card debt means, what she means by that, but 20% of your after-tax spending goes to future expenses, such as your emergency fund, retirement accounts, investment accounts, and student loan debt goes into this bucket. Okay, I see what she means. So paying off your student loan is in the 20% and paying off credit cards is in the 30%. That's what she means. Okay. So that's what's going on with this 50, 30, 20% rule. So she teaches you how to figure out what your gross annual income is. I think the easiest way to do it is just look at your paycheck. Or if you're an entrepreneur, just estimate what your taxes are and subtract it from your income. You know, set aside your taxes every month, and whatever's left is your spending money, right? And then you take that and then you figure out, okay, how much can I spend on fixed expenses? How much can I spend on flexible? How much can I spend on monthly expenses? And do it that way. Okay, I mean, sorry, future expenses. So what's really interesting is she talks in here about people who, well, let me see what she says here. Manisha Thacker, founder and CEO of Money Zen, says that many of her clients panic when they see the 20% bucket because they're not saving anywhere near that much for their future. But it is a goal worth working toward. If your fixed incomes exceed 50%, you should dip into your 30% flexible expenses to make up the difference. So this girl Priya has tweaked the 50-30-20 rule to an 80-20 rule. Since many of her clients were spending so much on fixed expenses, she encourages them to spend 80% of their income on their day-to-day expenses from rent to lunch, and the remaining 20% goes to fix future expenses, everything from retirement to long-term goals. If you've got debt, Priya tweaks the equation to 70-20-10, where 70% is for your expenses, 20% is for paying off debt, and 10% is for your future. Okay? So unfortunately, Priya and Manisha both found that people are more likely to compromise the amount they are saving than cut back on their wants. That's not really so surprising, right? It's easy to fall into bad habits, ordering lunch every day or giving in to an impulse buy. I'm also quick to justify certain expenses. I work hard, so I deserve that expensive gym membership, even though I never go because I'm too busy working to actually use it. That's really funny. These might seem like silly expenses, but as I'll mention again and again throughout this book, the small expenses do add up. Some of you might argue that there's just no way you can save another cent because of debt or the high cost of living, or because you simply don't want to give up those little pleasures or big indulgence that make life better. But as a result, your savings suffer. In the long term, your future suffers. So Monisha has an antidote to overspending problem that she calls joy-based spending. It's a 3-based spending process. Take a little time. I promise it's worth the effort. And she does this joy-based spending, which is similar to what Alicia and I have worked on, but basically they do a diary, and a money diary is when they just write down, they keep track of every time someone spends money and you write it down and how you're feeling and why you're spending money. That's a money diary. So this book is interesting because it has a lot of people's money diaries in it. So real life examples of people spending money and how they feel about it and just writing it down. And they might do a money diary for just like a weekend or a week. A lot of them do it for 1 week. And then they tally up everything they spent and they categorize it. Like, how much did they spend on food? How much did they spend on rent? How much did they spend on, you know, just to see kind of their spending. And then they kind of figure out, oh, how do I feel about that? And some people, it's funny, one girl's like, it didn't really do much for me because she always knows what she's spending. And that would be like me. If I did a money diary, it wouldn't surprise me at all because I know exactly how much I spent. But some people, like her husband, did not know. Her significant other did not know how much he spent. And he was like surprised at how much he spent. But she knows exactly, like, so it would be like me and Jamal, maybe. like he doesn't have a clue sometimes. I know exactly how much we're spending on everything. But anyway, do a money diary and then take a highlighter and highlight your expenses, right? And then figure out which expenses bring you joy. So we've kind of done this, Alicia and I have kind of done this.
Okay.
Figure out which expenses bring you joy, and then which expenses are not bringing you joy. And then take out the ones that don't bring you joy and just keep the ones that do. So that's a joy calculation of your expenses. And then she has some other things you can do, but one of the interesting things about the 50, 30, 20 plan, and I don't know if I read it in this chapter, but she says some people wonder why they can never get ahead. And one of the big reasons is they spend too much on things that are not important to them. Like, well, no, sorry. They spend too much on things that they don't have to spend money on, like a car. So some people will spend a huge amount of their budget on a car and they won't have enough money to make ends meet. They'll buy this really fancy car that is above their budget, right? When you could get by on a much cheaper car and you would be in line with your income and all your goals, and you could still get to work on time and still do the things you do. Your ride won't be as pretty or as fancy, or you won't be able to brag about it, but you can still drive to places and you won't be broke. So that was the main thing. So anyway, thank you for being on today's live. Really appreciate you all. Have a great day. Aloha. Bye. Okay, and I know I'm still being recorded here, so maybe we can end the recording, Alicia. I'm done.
Got it. Thank you. I gotta go
Okay.
pay him and I'll be right back.
Okay, I'm gonna leave this and come back.
Okay. Hawaii.
Oh, cool. The optional tip screen, the option the option next to the top and then sign and the box and I like those, I'm gonna tell them, I'm gonna tell them. I was just, no, I'm good. Those are, I'm gonna tell Johnson. I do it. You can control, so you'll cinnamon roll and coffee. You probably go right now. Yeah, what time is it? 9:40. He's gone. He's there at like 9 o'clock. Exactly. He loves those cinnamons. And does he get hot chocolate? Yep. Just sugar and sugar. He's 87 years old, isn't he? And he still has more hair than I've ever seen a human being have on their head. It's so good. They need to figure out what the DNA is on that. Think it's real? Yeah, sure. Yeah, how do you know that? His team. I know, but no. I mean, he could have had. Well, he could have had like because I know it's a deep dive, doesn't he? They spent like $50,000 on Steve or something. Some ridiculous number. He could have got a transplant. And we're not gonna ask him, but I will move on. So you need to say, hey, your boss. Your boss. Your boss wants to know how authentic are you? How authentic? He's pretty authentic. All right, well, I'm gonna head out.
Does it take long to dry or?
This will probably dry soon in the next couple hours, and then the carpet will probably be 4 hours or so.
We
don't sit on videos. And then, I guess that fell. I took the plastic up. Yeah. Sure, no, it's like that, it's the thing that I'm dry. And then, that are, this is, that they can come to their office. Anyone, what is amazing, it's better, yeah, they cleaned up a lot, especially their traffic. But yeah, those, it's just been a little bit, the problem. Yeah, and knows you don't want to get too wet. You can maybe try spraying it with, upholstery clean spray. I wouldn't do anything with the bucket, but if you need a shot, make sure that you, so like around the center. You can try and utilize it with, there's maybe just try it, it's not gonna necessarily super clean it, but it's not, oh, there's product that I use, process, and you can spray it on with the yeah, whatever, I don't want to peroxide, everything that's peroxide type cleaning solution that will neutralize stain. So you just spray it on your gear. That would is help a little bit, but as far as extracting it, I would maybe just spray it on there and then just keep it back. Yeah, that's yeah, I'm gonna go get it, if I get it, bye. I know.
Go away. You wanna move the car?
Oh. You?
I'll move in a minute.
Who does? Who? Victor with Gilman? Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
So I spoke with, I'm not able to avoid anything, meeting, no credit or anything. And probably able to see it, if you know, you would have to do an application.
I already, I received something yesterday after talking to you.
Okay,
And, I already got it.
okay.
I've
What did
been,
they tell you?
I've been pre-approved for some amount and stuff like that. The reason I'm calling you today is, I don't know where Jamie is. I've been texting her and she's not answering. And I keep texting her the same freaking thing.
Okay,
What can I do right now to be prepared to buy a car? So when I get there, it's as speedy as a process as possible. What can I do at home, online, right now?
just pick up the call that you're looking to purchase, you can text it to this phone number to me. It's right along, sir.
Okay, okay.
And send it over.
What is she doing? Where is she at?
She's doing her best for right now.
Okay, I mean, I've been texting her for 2 days and she's not responding, so. Yeah. Okay, well, I can go with a non-busy person. Okay, well, I didn't hear from you yesterday either, man.
Yeah, but everybody is pretty, kind of hard. They have somebody here.
Okay,
Just offer them, and, be like, hey, it's again.
so let me ask you a question real quick. Do you have a red EX? Or yes?
Oh, that's a hard one. Oh, big idea.
What EXs do you have in stock right now?
Yeah, like it's happening. But I can double check for you.
Okay.
Do you want just red or you want another color?
We're open to another color, but the woman wants red for some reason.
I got you. Yeah, but you're happy, right?
No. Sorry.
Well, hey, you tell me what you're looking for, I'll tell you this here. Right now, I am free, so.
The metallic gray, is that dark gray or a light gray?
It's a darker gray.
Hey, babe, that metallic gray is darker. And you have that one in stock, right? According to your website, dude.
Yeah, it's, the only thing on the website is that I sold the car yesterday, today, I'm updated to, 24 hours, 48 hours. I'll tell you, I'll look at it right now, like, sorry, 1 second.
Okay. Alicia, can you come here and listen? Hold on for a minute. This is not gonna take a moment, this is gonna take a moment. He's gonna tell you every code you have. Okay, he's looking up his inventory for coins. He's gonna do EXs first. Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I have a Sonic Red, I have two silver, I think I will say.
Silver? Tell me about the silver Core EX real quick.
And the same pack silver
Is
and then I have 2 lights with gray to
the silver, is that 28,215? I'm talking about the price. Yeah. Silver, okay. The one you're looking at online is 28,215. with dealer discounts or something, I don't know. That's not what I want to spend. Yep. If I do not qualify for any of that.
Hi,
Hey,
everything good? You pay whoever you need to pay or whatever that was?
yeah, we're getting
I
the
used to have a Honda.
carpet cleaned and the couches cleaned. So yeah, I feel better. Because I was like on the couches, the dog and the
Yeah.
cat sat in it, and I'm like, I don't want to sit here without putting like a blanket or towel on it,
I'm looking.
Got it cleaned.
When looking at.
Clean the carpet before Paley comes back,
Oh,
that and stuff. So
I asked her about that in
feel
text.
better.
Well,
Clean-
that's good.
And I asked her.
Clean house.
The price would be 28,250.
Yeah.
And I knew she was wrong.
I'm just looking at the stats.
Yeah, I knew. I did. Yeah, and I'm a no bullshit kind of guy, so she can tell you that.
I have more Facebook friends. That's interesting.
Yeah. So I sent it to her and
I
said.
have more
"Here's
Facebook friends. Huh.
blah, blah, blah."
I guess some people must have accepted my request. I blocked somebody that was a friend. I blocked them.
Your price.
I actually eliminated someone.
Not counting taxes.
Some people are spamming my comments. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that the 2815 could not, because I don't have a Honda.
Now I just hear Vincent. He's really loud. I didn't hear the carpet cleaning, but I can hear Vincent.
It didn't seem like this.
Sorry.
It didn't seem like it was.
That's okay. He's a chatty Cathy.
Okay, so,
I'm not live, so it's not a huge deal.
so. So we got about $10,000 down.
Okay.
That's.
I didn't do a blog yet. I'm getting there. Huh.
I'm not gonna go.
It's being created right now.
But 10 is my sweet spot. We have a little, inside Versa 2017, that move up is around 18 to 2300. Go trade in, we're gonna trade that in. And, we want the solar one for you guys. We'll go with the LX if we have to. Especially if it's red, but I think I would prefer the gas, let the same. I like with this, so.
See what I can do here. See if I can get it to fit. Grr. Fit.
Hi, Paley. I'm on the phone with May too. You want to say hi?
Hi, Paley.
May says hi.
What?
May said hi.
May? Oh, hi.
I know it's
Like, I don't care.
okay, the closer to 20.
Yeah.
So what happened?
Because if you're just saying that's on the TV, I live.
You just
like-
paid for the October SAT and then I told you no.
Yeah, and I hate that.
Well,
They're
You should-
scumbags.
see if you can go ahead and get the August or December one. See if you can reschedule it.
Why can't I do
Yeah,
the
unfortunately.
October one?
Because we're going to travel. Going to
Where?
Pennsylvania to a retreat.
Okay.
What? I'm going to Pennsylvania.
How are you gonna send that to me?
Because it'll be nice.
Thanks.
Okay, but like, why are we going?
Well, we never got a vacation this year, so it's one vacation.
Why do we have to go on vacation?
Oh my goodness. Does your kid ever tell you why do you go to vacation?
No, but he's only 10, so
How many vacations does he get? He gets a vacation every weekend.
no. Well, I mean,
Well, kind of.
you have fun, but you need to have more fun in your life.
I
Right?
saw her at the 3-table beach.
Right? That was
I have a
vacation.
question for her.
Well, that one might count. That was like a staycation. That's because Jordan, his friend is starting school today, so that's why.
Where were the 3 tables? I didn't see any tables on that beach.
It's underwater.
Oh,
Yeah, the
wow.
sandbars underwater. 3 tables.
That's cool. Beautiful.
Yeah, you have to go there. You don't see it unless you're under the water.
Go snorkeling, which we'll be doing.
What do we do in
Doing
Pennsylvania?
or lots of
Why
stuff.
do I have to go?
Because I just told you it's a vacation. Vacation.
And why do I have to go?
Because it's a vacation.
Okay, but we go on vacations all the time.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
No, you're missing all of them. We won't be doing any before school starts.
No.
We have none.
I don't.
She's very upset. Okay. But I'm telling her we're going on vacation.
Guys, I just signed up for the SAT. It's the only time I'm gonna have to take it.
There's time in December.
I'm not doing December. That's way too late. I wanted to do it in the middle of September. This is the latest. Take it. And there's not a September date for who knows what reason. Probably because there's a late August one. But that's way too soon. That's only a couple of weeks. I need more time to study.
Well, we get more time for December. It's not bad.
Yeah, but I need to already have my tests in by then. By November, really. Because that's when the application's open.
There's the SAT on our birthday, May.
What? Sorry?
The SAT on my
We're
birthday.
trying to figure out taking the SAT on our birthday.
I think she's right. She should take it before December because if you're gonna apply to colleges, you have to have your test scores in earlier than that. I think she is correct on that.
So go ahead and give it a try for August.
No, I'm not doing August.
Oh yeah, do August. Why not? That's a good idea because if you don't do well, you can do it again.
I have to study.
But if you do well, you're done.
Yeah, you never know.
That's actually a good idea.
I'm not gonna be able to get 20 more points on that much time to study.
Yeah, you can. That's actually doable. Well, what August when?
24th.
Oh yeah, you can improve a
month.
score by then. Yes, that's doable. Yeah.
Mhm.
That is definitely, if it was like next week, then I'd be like, maybe not, but
Right.
you could do it. And the worst that happens is if you don't do well, you can just take another test. But if you do well, you're done.
This is the other time.
Done.
Well, good luck. I've got to go to my next meeting.
Mama, no. What?
Okay,
Why
bye.
can't you do October 5th?
We're going to Pennsylvania for a vacation.
Well, why do I have to go? When did this vacation